would like to tell you a story about a not so magical moment that we had at Disneyland. This is my baby's favorite window because it has all the stuffies. Welcome everyone, day 2, Disney California Adventure. What are we looking forward to today?
We're gonna go see Frozen.
The live Frozen show. Yeah, that'll be fun. There's not much for babes to do in California Adventure. There's really only like 2 or 3 rides that they can do. So we're gonna go get fast passes. Go that way. We're gonna go get fast passes for the Frozen show. Maybe just like hang out in the air-conditioned places. Until then, you know, you never know.
Breakfast.
Get some breakfast. Get some more Mickey ears for Leisl here because she found a cute pair. Oh, look at those. We'll have to go see what they have. I have my sights set on a cookie that I need to try. So here we are, California Adventure, day 2. Babies, go play in the water.
Dallas is making a
She's making a friend. Say hi. Well, I am gonna ride my first big kid ride by myself for this trip. I have not been on the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride because I have the worst attitude about it because I loved Tower of Terror and they got rid of it and I'm mad.
He also doesn't like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
I also don't like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, so. But I'm gonna go on it because everyone's like, no, it's so much better. That's a lie. The Tower of Terror had the best theme ever, and they took it away.
I will not be going on it because I didn't even like going on it with Derek, but like there's definitely no way you're gonna get me on it by myself.
No. She hates free fall, so.
Pretty sure I cried the first time.
The first time she cried. Is it just the feeling of falling that you hate?
Yes, I hate it so much.
I like it, so I'm gonna go on it alone. Our babes are playing in the water park. Kind of. Dallas is just standing near it. Ella would rather be over here. Hi! They're making friends.
Thank you. You like the bubble?
What are we doing, baby?
En el remoto caso de una emergencia, los dirigirá un guía. Gracias y disfruten la presentación.
We're gonna see Frozen. Well, guys, it's about that time. Where it is that time. Very past that time where we go back to the hotel and take a baby nap and an adult nap because why not?
We were watching Frozen.
We did go to Frozen Live.
And Dallas definitely fell asleep.
She did. Leisl was jealous. Yeah. She was so exhausted she fell asleep in my arms only for like the last 5 minutes and then walking to the stroller. But it was so cuddly and cute and I loved it. But now we're gonna go nap these babies because they've been up for like 7 hours with no nap.
They do not want to nap in the park.
They don't like napping in the park. Yep. We put this blanket over them and Dallas just like moves it.
Pulls it behind her head.
Pulls it behind her head so she can see what's going on. Whew. It's not as hot today, but it's still pretty warm.
Yeah.
There's like a nicer breeze today and everything. Anyway.
Evenings are the way to go though.
Oh yeah. And the babies love the nighttime. I think babies like nighttime better because they had a full nap and had a good dinner and then we had fun. Huh, babies? Huh?
Baby pulled my shirt down.
Sorry.
says. And Ariel gets all flustered and all what she decided.
I've got who's-its and what's-its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20.
What did you buy?
We are gonna sit here and wait for the parade, which is like an hour away.
Yeah.
So I went and got the princesses some toys to play with.
Oh my
princesses!
princesses.
At the table.
Yeah.
The kitties are kind of big.
Yeah, their kitties are big. But also.
Oh, I also got us a treat.
Oh, you want those toys so bad? Wow, look at these little toys. They're little inside out figures. Look at them. You want one too? Do you want one?
Hold on, Mom will get it out of the box.
You get anger apparently.
No, disgust isn't it?
Oh, disgust. Hey, you're gonna chew Fear's head off. And he doesn't like that. Oh, yours is coming. Yours is coming. Hello.
How was it?
It was really fun. You gonna go?
No, the line's kind of long now.
That's up to you. You don't want to? I need a bathroom. Because I nearly peed myself. Because I did single rider on the Ricardo coaster. It was really fun. Jack is the best. One of the tunnels smelled like cookies. You don't want to go? Are you sure? Okay. I have to go to Target because my babies are out of diapers and we're out of wet wipes. But before I do, I would like to tell you a story about a not so magical moment that we had at Disneyland. Specifically California Adventure, which is not as magical, so it's to be expected that it came from here. So as you might know, California Adventure is the new home of the Paint the Night Parade, which we've seen multiple times. It's the best parade ever. But we wanted to show our babies because we didn't get to see it last time we were here, so we were really excited. We knew they would love the colors, that they would love the music. So we went and got dinner. As you saw, we were just like at that little table. The parade begins like right there where we were sitting. But we were a little far back and there was a bunch of like structures in the way that we were like, okay, we could sit here. We were going to sit there to watch the parade from like afar. But then I was like, no, I want my babies to see it up close. That's all I want. But we saw that one of the stairs, there's like a little stair section had been like blocked off. And there was no one sitting there. So me, in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like the perfect spot. We'll roll our babies right there. We'll like take chairs and we'll just like sit. Cause no one was sitting right there. It was empty space. And if you know Disneyland at all, you know that they're all about filling the empty space. So I go there. Leisl was a little confused, so she went like down and around. I was like, no, you have to come up and we'll just like park right here.
I was going in front of the rope, but you had to go behind.
You had to go behind the rope. And so there was a family sitting there. Granted, who had been there at the table the whole time we were. So we just were trying to be smart and like went up closer to the parade and filling this empty space. And when I got there, I like sat my chair down to kind of like reserve that spot for my little family. And the guy, like, his wife said something to him and he was like, okay, I'll move. And so he like moved his chair like directly behind mine to kind of like block that little empty square that I was sitting in.
So then I couldn't get the stroller.
So then Leisl comes up and he's just like sitting there in the middle of this empty space. And I was like, no, bring the babies through. And she was like, they're not gonna fit. And so I'm just like sitting there. I was like, okay, well, we'll get the babies out. Like we'll sit down here. We'll get the babies out of the stroller and we'll just hold them. So I'm like getting ready to turn around and take the babies out of their stroller. And this guy is like, excuse me. And so I like turn and look to him. And he was like, my family has been camped out here for 45 minutes for this spot. And you just like came in. For this specific view. And he was like, and you just came in and sat in front of us. Granted, we were not in front of you until you decided to move. He moved directly behind me and he was like, for this specific spot. And then you just came and sat down in front of us. And I was like, okay. Like I just looked at him and he was like, you can't see how that's a problem. And I was like, would you like me to move over? And then he was like, excuse me? And I was like, here, I'll move over out of your way. So I move over in front of my babies, again, turning around to go and get them out of their strollers so they can see this parade that is the best and that we love to show them. And then this lady that was to the right of Leisl, he was kind of behind her. She was just like, oh my gosh, because as we're waiting to get our babies out and we're gonna like sit down, it's not like we were just gonna stand there. This lady was like super pissed. Oh, before that, I don't know if I told you this, when I went and I sat down first, I heard her say, can you move to the left a little bit? So I feel like it was that lady. But then she was like, oh my gosh, every time we moved or something, she was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
And then another lady comes up and is like, excuse me? And I turn around, I was like, yeah. And she's like, nobody back there can see. And I was like.
So at that point.
I said, honey, this isn't gonna work.
At that point, I gave up and I said, live the magic, everyone. And I took my babies away. And we had lost our table at that point because someone swooped in and got it. So we just had to go stand like in the back of a little section and our babies barely saw the parade and it was not a magical moment.
And they loved what they saw.
They did love what they saw. And luckily the floats are tall enough that they could like see as we held them. But all I wanted was for my babies to have a magical moment. And my blood was boiling that this man was just kind of so rude about it. What's our motto? Have courage and be kind. And he was not having courage and being kind.
Yeah, we had a hard time having courage and being kind.
And then that whole parade, I was just fuming, thinking of all the things I should have said to him. But we made it work. We made it work.
And then I cried.
And then Leisl cried. But you were crying about the sad handicap man.
I don't know what I was crying about. I just was crying.
There was a lot of overwhelming feelings tonight as we did not have a magical evening at California Adventure. But luckily that was not our final day. And we have one more magical day tomorrow.
I was crying because that man was rude and all those ladies were rude. And then I was crying because Derek wanted to go ride the Incredicoaster and there was this poor handicapped man in a wheelchair with his dad and he wanted to ride the Incredicoaster so bad, but for some reason he couldn't. I didn't really understand why he couldn't. Because like the employees were like, let me go ask. And they like tried to see, but I don't exactly know what the issue was. But like he was so upset. He wanted to ride it so bad and he couldn't. And I felt so sad for him.
So sad. Anyway, these were not magical moments. Yesterday was so magical. Today it was kind of sad. Because
we still had a good time.
We still had a good time. And that's the thing about Disneyland is that you have to anticipate. What's happening over here?
She's just saying.
Anyway, as I was saying, you have to anticipate that people are going to be ornery because there's millions of people. But also, I paid the same amount to get in this park. If there's an empty space to see a parade, we fill the empty space. I feel like that's what a cast member would have said. And like, we weren't gonna stand in front of people's way.
My thing is that were you sitting on the street and there was empty space in front of you, of course someone's gonna sit there.
Absolutely.
You have to know that.
You can't say, I've been camping out here for 45 minutes for this specific spot. You have to move. If there's empty space, it's gonna be filled, and that's what we were doing. But they did not let us.
Things happen. And like, I get it, they wanted to see the parade too, but it was just
and like we were
handled well.
We were not gonna block their view at all. Again, I was in no one's way until that guy moved directly behind me. And I'm sure that's what his goal was, is for him to say, you're in my way.
And to block me from getting the stroller in.
And to block you from getting the stroller in. Okay. That's our story today. I have to go to Target. Thanks for watching today. Sorry it wasn't as magical. Well, it's probably magical for you. It was magical for us.
It was
except
still
the
a
end.
good day.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have courage.
And be kind.
Let's do that again. Have courage.
And be kind.
Have courage.
And be kind.
Sorry, I just have to tell myself that because I was really angry at that man. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.